Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA Cardano. So we've seen obviously over the last few days quite a strong impulsive move to the upside. There are two scenarios here in the short term that I mentioned to you. Therefore we have two support areas and two possible long trade areas. But I mentioned to you now in the last few videos that I increasingly think that this one is not going to hold. Now I could be wrong, but what I make responsible for that is this quite strong decline off the high. Okay, so I'm thinking we could already be in the wave 2, which would lead to a further decline and a stronger decline into the region, most likely between the 50% Fibonacci retracement and the 78.6 retracement, between around just need to do that more accurately here, but round about between 26.2 cents and 29.3 cents. That would be this case, yeah, where we come down in a wave 2 correction, and the current price action confirms that for me. However, I need to say, as long as we are holding the support area here, yeah, I just need to quickly check where I did set the supports from, depending on the wave counts, because there are a few possibilities here. As long as we're holding sort of the 31 cent level, it could also be a different count, and it would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the upside. Yeah, that we will still get a fifth wave to the upside. That's, looking at the ADA chart, for me a little bit less clear compared to, for example, Ethereum. This could certainly just be a third wave, the move to the upside, because it's so strong. But the strength of the decline for me makes it more likely that we're already in a wave 2. So, you know, things are a little bit unclear here, but therefore we've got fairly well defined support areas. And the idea is, if we break below 31 cents and sustain, especially below the swing low here from yesterday, which is 30.6 cents, we should get into this region. So I wouldn't be so confident with a long trade from here. I did enter one in this area, then we moved up. Then I moved up my stop loss, still at a slight loss, was then however stopped out here with this low, and I'm not going to re-enter this one. Might look for a re-entry lower, or generally this was not a very, let's say high profile trade, because it would only have been anyway the wave 5, yeah. So I always encourage, when you're trading these, the best results you would most likely get to trade a third wave. Yeah, so basically if we have the opportunity, the price comes down into this region, this would be a wave 2, probably complete. The wave 3 will most likely be the most bullish wave, and to trade a wave 3 gives you, you know, the biggest reward for your risk, right? Here, trading a fifth wave to the upside is usually, first of all, more risky. So it usually calls for a smaller position size, because the fifth wave doesn't give you that much reward, and the risk that we only get 3 waves and break down is obviously high. But yeah, that's where we are with ADA in the short term. In the very short term, if we look at the wave count here, it looks like unchanged from the previous video. Came down in W, moved up in wave X. If that was already finished here, the subwave would also be a WXY, because it is a 3-3-3 pattern. But don't worry about that, there's only the technicals here. And now we should be moving down in the Y wave, because the decline, especially with a break below the previous B wave low, yeah, suggests that we are heading down. Also the sideways move here suggests consolidation, which would result in a further downside. So it could very well be that wave A is currently unfolding, then we should get a B up and a C down, A, B, C. So I'm going to follow that as long as we continue to stay here below the X wave high, below 32.5. Against that level, I think we can now focus on the decline. We can add now a corrective price channel. These are extremely helpful in establishing if we are still within this correction, and a break out of that channel would be a first signal that we might break out here to the upside. You can generate these by connecting the high of the wave 1 in this case with the X wave high. It's common in Elliott wave, corrective price channel. Let's see if we follow that to the downside. I will keep you or make you aware of that. Overall, the the overall trend hasn't really changed for ADA. So on the daily, there is no sign that a bear market low is in. Yes, we've seen some impulsive movement and we can track it, and we can look at, possibly is the bear market low already in, but my expectation is this hasn't changed. On the daily chart trend is still clearly down. We haven't even broken above the previous wave 4 high here at 44 cents. That would be a very first signal that we are doing something more bullish. So there's so many, the daily chart trend hasn't changed yet. Yes, we see some bullish signs, but we see that everywhere in the crypto market at the moment. It's easy to get too bullish suddenly just because we see a spike. My view at the moment is this is still just a bear market rally, and we are going to see another low afterwards. But if ADA proves to us that something more bullish is going on, then I will of course make you aware as soon as possible. Okay, and that's my update about ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you like to support more crypto online, and if you like to earn passive ADA with your ADA, feel free to delegate your ADA to the More Crypto Online stake pool, which we launched, I think, a couple of months ago. So yeah, you can find links for that in the description and tutorials. So yeah, if you can support that stake pool, it would be highly appreciated, because we still need more delegators. Number of delegators certainly going up, but I think a couple of whales did some pool hopping. So we lost some large numbers of ADA, but the overall number of delegators is going up, which is important. So the more delegators are coming in with smaller quantities of ADA, the better and more stable the pool will be. So any help would be appreciated, and rewards are generated as well. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.